Hello, welcome. I thought I would just pop in here and do a quick live stream because I wanted to talk to you about a topic that is really close to my heart. Thoughts become things. And what are you creating with those thoughts? So I'm feeling really inspired to share a little bit about this. I've just been on a conference last weekend, Infinite Possibilities conference with Mike Dooley. If you know his work, you'll know he's written a number of books about manifestation. I absolutely adore his work. And I'm now a certified trainer, which is really cool. So I'm going to be offering some training around some of the principles that he teaches as well. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today is one of his most famous phrases, which you've probably heard before in the world of manifestation, thoughts become things. And I want to invite you to consider how true that statement is for you. Let me share a little bit of a story with you about how thoughts have created things in my life. So, once upon a time, long ago, no, not that long ago, I was practicing as a natural health practitioner. I practiced as a homeopath and a kinesiologist, and I got introduced to a really amazing weight loss program, and it was a homeopathic program. And I thought, this is amazing. I struggled with weight myself at times, and I thought, you know what? This is going to be something that will be so helpful for me. And so I did the program for myself. I got really great results, and then I started working with clients in that way. And over time, I actually learned that this particular program, we weren't meant to practice it in the UK. I had no idea about this. I got introduced to it from someone overseas, but I was getting amazing results for myself. I was getting amazing results with my clients. And I had no idea that there were these kind of regulations about certain natural health things and what you can claim. And this particular program I wasn't meant to be doing. And so I was in a coaching group at the time, and I was talking about these constraints that I'd just come across and saying, well, I definitely can't practice it. I can't practice it in secret. That's out of integrity for me. That was just my choice. I didn't want to do it. And I was feeling really bummed. Like I thought, actually, this is something I'm really enjoying doing and I don't know what to do next. Well, I had planted a seed at that point, and I had no idea the seed that I was planting. And this coach was really, really great. She spoke to me about, well, what else is possible? She opened up my mind to the idea that other things could be possible. And I was like, well, I guess I could create my own program. I guess I could figure something out around that, but I don't know how I would create something that, gets the same kind of results. So it was really confusing to me at the time, but the seed was planted. Anyway, so as we progressed in this coaching group and we were talking about how our business was developing, I kept coming back to the idea, I want to create a weight loss business. I want to create a weight loss business. And something that was really key to me at that moment in time as well was that there are so many women going to Weight Watchers, and I didn't see some of these programs that are really successful for some people, but when it comes to emotional eating and the thought work and things like that, the mindset, it doesn't really address that. And so sometimes it's not really getting to the root problem. And so I was talking about in this coaching group, as my ideas developed, remember, thoughts become things, was, oh, imagine if I could create some kind of program that would be a little bit like Weight Watchers. People could come every week, but we would talk about the holistic side of weight loss. We would talk about, why people are overeating, why emotional eating is happening, why binge eating is happening at times. And I was like, wouldn't that be amazing? But it just felt like it was way too big, because I was thinking Weight Watchers terms, that's a global organization, like that just does not seem possible to me. But the seed was planted. So fast forward, it might have been a couple of years. I can't remember exactly how long, 2 or 3 years maybe. I came across a podcast episode from Brooke Castillo, who teaches at the Life School. And when I heard this and I heard about her approach to overeating and holistic weight loss and coaching around weight loss, I was like, this is what I need. And this will enable me to do this work in the UK, and I don't need to use that homeopathic program. Yes, this is it. So the universe had brought me a solution, and I didn't even realize it at the time until looking back. Wow, that was something that was just sent to me by chance, and it completely opened up my eyes. So I took the training with the Life Coach School. I became a weight loss coach, and I started practicing in a one-to-one capacity. But I wasn't practicing in the way that I had envisioned at that time. I wasn't practicing in the sense of, having a group program and having, people come like a community, and it was a bit like Weight Watchers. It wasn't like that. It was just me doing one-to-one work with a very small group. But I loved it. I absolutely adored it. I was helping people, I was making an impact, and it was something that people really needed. So it was a wonderful, wonderful thing to do. So I then got sent an opportunity from another coach that I know, who saw that there was an advanced weight loss certification happening with a coach that we knew and we really, really respected. And she was like, look, this, I don't know if you've seen this, but it's closing next week. And I think, this is the kind of thing that you would be interested in. So I went and had a look. I was like, oh my God, amazing. Yeah, that looks really, really good. So I went for it. Remember, thoughts creating things, right? And this came to me. I didn't go out looking for it. I signed up for the training, and in that training, I met my future business partner. So, if you've followed me for a little while, you might remember that I used to run a weight loss coaching membership called Weight Loss for Life, and it was a monthly membership, and people would come along and we would talk about all the things involved in weight loss and life coaching and everything around that. And I absolutely loved it. And we grew that membership. I think at its largest point, it was about 188 people, so nearly 200 people. And, we were just doing the work that we loved. It was absolutely fantastic. And I look back now and I realize, okay, I didn't create something on the scale and size of Weight Watchers, but that was my wish that came true. That thought actually came into reality. Now, there was a series of steps. I didn't go from point A to point B in terms of, realizing that I was doing a business that wasn't working in the UK. The regulations didn't support it, feeling constrained, feeling blocked by the rules and the red tape. And I didn't go straight from that to there. There were a number of steps along the way, but that thought planted that seed. Imagine if I could run a business a little bit like Weight Watchers, where people would come every week, they would get coaching, they would talk about what's going on in their life, they would talk about some of the triggers around emotional eating and binge eating and all that kind of stuff. And it eventually came to pass. So you remember the path was, I got sent a podcast, and then I got sent a training opportunity, and then I met a business partner, and then we did work in a few different ways, and eventually we came to, hey, let's open a membership. And then on reflection, I was like, oh my God, I actually created that. I actually created it. But it didn't take all of my own power. I didn't have to chase it. I didn't have to push it. I didn't, it kind of grew and evolved over time. And so that's my story of thoughts creating things. And I want to invite you, if there's anywhere in your life and in your business where you're thinking right now, I don't know if this is possible for me, I don't think this will work for me. If there's any other limiting thoughts, remember, thoughts do create things. So can you pivot those in those moments? Now, if you're in a place, and I tell you what, I had a bunch of those thoughts and they didn't stop me, by the way. So don't get freaked out if you're having those thoughts, because one of the things that Mike Dooley teaches that I really love as well is that your negative emotions are not as powerful as your positive emotions. So if you think about the scale of emotions, if you've seen that chart, where it kind of goes from the fear-based emotions right up to the blissful emotions at the very top, and the top emotion is meant to be like love and enlightenment. That is the most powerful. That's almost like in alignment with source energy when it comes to manifestation, right? So your higher vibrating thoughts are much more powerful. So can you pivot those limiting thoughts? Can you pivot anything that doesn't support you in creating and manifesting what it is that you want to manifest? So maybe, and I was actually just coaching a client around that this morning. What was she thinking? She was thinking, quite a lot around, I'm not going to make enough money. I'm not going to make enough money. It's not going to work. And so the pivot there could be something that's believable enough. Maybe it's, I'm open to believing that it's possible. I'm open to believing it's possible that I will have enough. I'm open to believing it's possible I'll have more than enough. It is possible that I can do it because I've done it before, even if it's not in this way, right? So these were the thoughts that were used with her. And the thing is, once you start repeating those thoughts, you're going to start ingraining a new set of beliefs. Because remember, thoughts create things. So, the repetition of these affirmations, these mantras, these positive thoughts, whatever you want to call them, they are going to create beliefs. That's a beautiful thing. They're going to create new neural pathways in your mind, and your brain will start to default in that way. You're going to start to see evidence of how it is happening when you do that. I don't know if you're seeing this, but the live stream is doing a thumbs up every now and then when I move my hands. I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, random aside. So there you have it. Thoughts create things. That's my little thought for the day for you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments if you're watching the replay. I know I came in here randomly and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go live. I'm feeling inspired. So, if you're catching up on the replay, I'd love to hear actually if you've had any experiences like this. Can you think of times in your life where thoughts have created things, and what thoughts have created what things? I'd be really interested to hear what your thoughts are in the comments and what the things that they created are in the comments as well. Now, this is the work that I do with people, creating a business of their dreams to support their dream life. And, if you are interested in having a look at how you can use the law of attraction, manifestation, upgrading your money mindset in order to support you creating a business at a higher level, then do get in touch with me. I actually have 3 spots open next week, and I am offering a new session where I'm actually helping you to create a blueprint, a blueprint of how you're going to get from where you're at right now and manifest where it is that you're going to get to. And then when we do that blueprint session, I'm actually going to create this document for you and then help you to see what is the next one thing for you to be working on. So if you're interested in doing that, I'm offering these sessions for free at the moment. They're really high value sessions. It's basically a coaching session with me, and I absolutely love doing these with people. So do drop me a DM if you want to book one of those. You can drop me the word blueprint or pop the word blueprint in the comments, and I'll pick up a conversation with you and we'll find a date and a time that works for us both. And let's get you started on this journey to creating the business of your dreams. All right, have a lovely day. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.